Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and we are going to hop straight into this opener first, going up against Southern Mississippi. So hit that like button, because now we're looking at some of their leaders coming back on both sides of the ball, starting with their quarterback, Quadra Griggs. He is a 6'3", 225 senior. You see he threw for 1,500 yards last year, 18 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. And now we look at their most dangerous guy. We got our hands full with this guy, Terod Daniels. You see he only had 243 yards rushing, but that's not what I'm worried about. Look at that speed. 97 speed, 99 acceleration. He is going to be off to the races. We got to watch out for this guy. When he gets into space, he's gone in a blink of an eye. We got to watch out for this guy. It's going to be tough to contain him. So hopefully these new defensive linemen that we have, this new secondary, they can guard the receivers, because we're going to need to play a lot of 4-3 to stack the box to kind of contain this guy. So looking at their leading receiver, Corey Robertson, he's a pretty good receiver as well. 91 speed, 86 overall, 81 catching, 81 route running. So he's going to be quite the receiver on the outside, along with Watkins. And on the defensive end, let's look at their middle linebacker, Jeremy Sangster. And you look at him, he's not great at anything. He's not an overall killer on defense. They don't really have a top defense, so maybe we can expose them a little bit. You see their top cornerbacks, their highest is 76. Their slot corner is 67 overall. They don't really have a strong defense, but their offense is where it's at. They have a true freshman strong safety, so we have to go after him. Chris Andrews, he is coming at 68 overall, and maybe we can attack him. So let's hop into this game, man. Season 2 underway. Let's get into it. Let's go. So we're in a bit of bad weather, but that's never stopped the football season from beginning, and here we go. We are underway. Season 2 is now begun, and here is Parks back to receive the kick, and right away getting the tackle close to the 20-yard line. And Southern Mississippi actually is going through a little bit of a change of their own, going through a new head coach. Greg Schiano is their head coach. So now the first play of the game, here is a handoff to Daniels, and we got to watch out for that speed. He can hit a home run at any moment. And here is Griggs getting it out to his receiver, Watkins, and getting a nice 13-yard gain. So Griggs from the shotgun one more time, throwing the outside screen this time to Robertson. And Ian Hartman is going to be there for the tackle, along with Anthony Lorenz. So now on a 2nd and 7, here is Griggs once again finding Daniels across the middle, and he was wide open on that play. And once he gets the ball into space, he's going to get yards. That's 23 of them. So now here's Griggs once again over the middle, throwing it to Daniels, but Ian Hartman should have had the pick on that one and drops it. It goes right through his hands. But on a 3rd and 3, here's Daniels trying to run the ball, and nice tackle that time by Zorzula. But look at what happens. Terod Daniels is down, and we'll get an injury update on him coming up soon. But now back out on offense after giving up a field goal. Here is the new returner, Alan King, all 5'7" of them. He gets a 31-yard return here to start out this offensive drive. So here is the new look offense. Kashawn Curtin at running back, Jimbo Brown at running back, Kashawn Curtin at quarterback, and here for the first carry, Jimbo Brown bulldozes his way for 4 yards. But it's raining outside. I know that ball is slick, so Kashawn Curtin misses a wide open guy on that one. So on a 3rd and 6 here, running a slant pattern against Jack Kleck, but Kashawn Curtin once again lets the ball slip out of his hands. I don't know if he had a grip on that one, but overthrows Jack Kleck wide open for a first down. And somehow Weaver one-handed interception on that one. But there is a silver lining. We do come back out on the next drive, and we find out Tyrod Daniels is out for the game. So that speed that we are worried about, we don't have to worry about it this game as he's out. But here comes Griggs back out on the next drive, giving it to Tez Parks, and you know he's their returner. He's also their backup running back. So on a 3rd and 2, running another option in a perfect play call, that time by Greg Schiano, and that is going to be a touchdown, 10-0 for Southern Miss in this rivalry game at home. So now here comes Kashawn Curtin back out on offense, and one more bad throw for him. So we have to switch it up a little bit. We decide to start running the ball, and on the next play, we give it to Jimbo Brown, and he's going to use that power to leverage his way up for a 13-yard carry. So on a 1st and 10, we reward him. Give it right back to him, and look at him. It's taken a lot of guys to take this guy down. We know he's been in the weight room all offseason, but here's our backup here. Javier Garcia in on a 3rd and 3, getting past the 50-yard line for a 1st down. And Javier Garcia and Jimbo Brown are both have a similar body type, both about 220 pounds. So it's going to be fun playing with them. So now we get to a 4th and 8 after the bad throw on that one, and Sam Forbes is open on the outside. You're going to see a lot of shifting of receivers because we don't have a lot of depth there. And you can see Sam Forbes, usually playing in the slot, gets in on the outside. So to continue this drive, here's Kashawn Curtin giving the ball to Jimbo Brown on a 2nd and 2, and once again fighting for more yards. It seems like every carry he's getting is going for positive yards. So on a 2nd and 13, here is Jack Kleck open, and he gets stopped at the 1-yard line. So now facing a 3rd and 1 here. They're sending a blitz, but look who's open. The transfer sophomore, Jack Kleck. 2 big catches in a row, one on a 3rd down, and this one goes for a touchdown. And this is going to be quite the tandem because they have 3 years together. Jack Kleck is a transfer sophomore, and he's a JUCO coming in, and then also Kashawn Curtin is going to be a sophomore as well. So that connection might grow over the years. We'll see. So now back out on defense, here is Tez Parks. They like to throw to their running backs a lot. That's what I'm finding out early on in this game. And on a 3rd and 1, giving it to Tez Parks. But this time Alvin Jefferson and Cedric Granger both team up for the tackle. So we force the punt. And you know, that's a good sign because remember early last season, we could not force any punts. It seemed like they scored on every drive, and we finally are putting together some defensive stands. So now back out on offense, here's Kashawn Curtin finally getting his legs under him, finding Sam Forbes that time, but on the next pattern, Amari Manuel was wide open on that one, and Kashawn Curtin overthrows him. So now facing a 3rd and 10 from the shotgun, throwing across to the freshman, Justin Johnson, but that's not enough for the 1st down, so we elect to go for it. Why not? We got to in this rivalry game, and on a 4th and 3, finding Jimbo Brown for a 9-yard reception. The pocket was collapsing. Way to get rid of it by Curtin on that one. So this drive continues as he finds Jack Kleck open on the sideline, tiptoeing his way. He's got the best hands on the team. So now facing a 1st and 10. The pressure's coming in, but look who's open in the back of the end zone, Max Moriarty. And this was the man that we thought was going to be the starter at tight end. He's fired up because he knows Jack Kleck came in, gave him some competition, but we promised him his playing time would not be hindered by the new acquisition in Jack Kleck, and Max Moriarty gets in for the touchdown. So now here comes Southern Miss back out on offense, and right away Tez Parks getting a big run on that one, 35 yards. So now here is Griggs from the shotgun, giving it to Tez Parks, and Tez Parks, he's all over the box score right now. He's getting the ball on every play, it seems like, and here he is getting the ball one more time, giving a mean stiff arm to Darius Terry on the sideline. So on a 2nd and 2, here is Ian Cartman. Actually, that's actually Man, I'm telling you, that was Brandon Jones, the freshman. You just mistake him because he's such a good tackler for a linebacker, and he gets the tackle, but on the next play, no problem for Southern Miss. They do find the backup running back. We send a blitz, forget about the running back, and give up the touchdown. So now back out on the ensuing drive, here is Alan King with a nice 45-yard return. So now there's 2 minutes left here in the first half. And look at Jimbo Brown getting a nice running lane. Look at that lane that the offensive line creates, but look at him running over the safety on that one. And he's going to be tough to bring down all year. I can see it now. He's going to have a big year on the ground. And here he is once again on a 3rd and 4. We saw it last year during the spring game. He can receive the ball. He's not just a power back. He's a rare breed. I mean, a power back that can receive the ball in the backfield. And look at what happens next. Max Moriarty gets open one more time for a touchdown. Is he going to be the X factor this season? You know, this double tight end usage reminds me a lot of the old New England Patriots. Maybe we can build something with Max Moriarty. Maybe he'll be our Weapon X. Is he going to be our secret weapon? We'll have to see, but early on he's got 2 touchdowns in his first half. But Southern Miss has enough time on the board to score before half here. 30 seconds left. Here is Griggs rolling out, but man, Hartman puts the hitters on him and makes him second guess running one more time. So now they get down to 5 seconds left in this half. And here's Jalen Adams barely getting his feet in bounds and leaving 1 second on the clock for Southern Miss just to get 3 points on the board. And Coastal, we are going to lead this game going into halftime 21-20. And our defense has been balling out up to this point. I like what I've seen from them, and especially our linebackers core, especially with Ian Hartman and Ryan Marshall and even Nigel Bolin. He's been making some plays here in the first half. So now back out to start the second half. We're going to continue this heavy dosage of Jimbo Brown. You see he's already got 70 yards rushing here already in this game as Sam Forbes gets the end around. So now on a 3rd and 1, here's Jimbo Brown. A wide open hole that time. And if he had the speed, he could have hit that one maybe for a home run. But I'll take the 6 yards. So now on a 1st and 10 this time, here's Justin Johnson, the freshman, getting open on the out route. So here is Javier Garcia getting in. And now he finds a running room, getting up 15 yards for that carry. Take another look. Wide open cutback lane for him to go through. And now we're getting close into field goal range. So here is Jimbo Brown once again getting the handoff up the middle. But this time he stopped for just a 3-yard gain. So now on a 3rd and 7, here's Kashawn Curtin from the shotgun rolling out right. Having all day to throw the ball. Sees an open guy across the middle of the field. But Max Moriarty and Jack Kleck run into each other and somehow do not complete this pass. That might come back to haunt us as we do have to settle for the field goal, but the field goal is short. So that errant mistake by the 2 tight ends comes back to bite us as we missed the field goal that time. That was 45 yards out with the wind to our back at about 3 to 4 miles an hour. So now back out on defense, you see Hartman. He's making plays all over the field this game as Southern Miss on a 3rd and 7 dumps it off to Tez Parks. And Tez Parks this time, he's been getting the ball on pretty much every play. He can't get the first down. Another 3 and out. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from this defense as you see Alan King with a nice 28-yard return, setting us up with pretty good field position. So now on a 3rd and 7 here past the 50-yard line, here's Amari Manuel taking a huge hit that time. And we're facing another 4th and 3. Can we convert another 4th down? And Kashawn Curtin keeps it on the read option and gets the first down. So now facing a 1st and 10. Here is Angel Gonzalez, the freshman, the redshirt freshman coming in after his redshirt year. We want to see what he's got. Maybe he can be another weapon, and he gets a nice 4-yard gain on that one. So now on a 3rd and 4, here's Javier Garcia. Gets some more running room. The two running backs are doing wonders in this game. Jimbo Brown and Javier Garcia. I am really impressed by Garcia, as Curtin on a 3rd down tries to find Justin Johnson and overthrows him that time. So we do have to settle for the field goal, but we have the 4-point lead going into the 4th quarter as Tez Parks gets another carry, and that time gives a mean stiff arm to Darius Terry and gets the 1st down. So now 6.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter as Brandon Jones off the edge gets to the quarterback and hits him on that one. So now facing a 2nd and 10, here is Griggs rolling out, and Ryan Marshall gets there for the tackle. He's got close to 10 tackles in this game. So on a 3rd and 2, here is Griggs one more time trying to roll out, but look who's there. The true freshman Brandon Jones on the outside, coming in from the cornerback position and getting in for the sack. And man, is he impressive. He's just showing that he has the instincts of a seasoned veteran. But on a 4th down, doesn't matter. Tez Parks once again gets the reception, and they move the chain. So now here is Southern Miss starting to get a little bit of a rhythm as Chase Whitehead gets the reception that time from Griggs. So now Griggs on a 1st and 10, throwing across the middle, and Xavier Davis is there for the deflection. So nice play by our coverage corner on that one. So now on a 2nd and 10, here is Mitchell getting going, the tight end, and he's got a 1st down. So now under 5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. Here is Griggs from the shotgun, stumbling a little bit, but gaining some composure and getting up inside about the 2-yard line. And on the next play, here is Griggs giving it off to Tez Parks. And Tez Parks, wow, is he filling in for the starter, and he is just doing wonders in this game. And Southern Miss takes the lead here late in the 4th quarter as we have time. I mean, we have 4 minutes left here in this game, so we're going to take our time coming down the field, mixing it up. We're not going to force the ball through the air. So here on a 2nd and 6, here is Curtin giving it to Garcia on the outside, picking up a nice block from Jack Kleck that time, and Garcia is going to make it up past the 40-yard line and inside the 30. Look at that block that time by Jack Kleck, the sophomore transfer from a JUCO, and he is doing what a game he's having in this game, blocking, receiving, and it's just been an all-around great game for these tight ends as Jimbo Brown. I mean, can we say enough about this guy? All game long, he's been converting on 3rd down. That time he gets a 1st down. And on a 2nd and 8, here is Keith Syracuse Jr., who we thought was going to be the 3rd down running back this season. He still is going to get in on a lot of passing downs. This time he gets in on a running play, and he makes a move on the defender and fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And that's a 4-point lead here for Coastal, but can we hold them? 40 seconds left. Here is Griggs rolling out on the first play, and they have to use a timeout. So on a 2nd and 3, here is Griggs giving it off to Parks this time and picking up 5 yards, but they burn another one. So 27 seconds left in this game. Here is Griggs throwing to the outside, and Robertson's breaking a tackle, getting out of bounds. So now 22 seconds left. Can Griggs do it from the shotgun? Have it all day to throw. Where is the pressure? And he's going to find Adams, and Jalen Adams is going to get up inside the 35-yard line. So now 10 seconds left in this 4th quarter. Here is Griggs rolling out. All we got to do is tackle him, and maybe that time runs out, but he gets a 1st down. So they hurry up to the line. They don't use a tight end. 5, 4, the time is running. I don't know what they're doing. So Griggs from the shotgun throws to the outside, and somehow Whitehead catches it, but the time is going to run out. And I think Griggs lost track of time. He forgot he had that last time out. And Southern Miss falls at home, and Coastal, for the first time in school history in the FBS level, is undefeated. And what a game by a lot of these newcomers, because Sean Curtin did what he could in this inclement weather, but Jimbo Brown, 98 yards on the ground. What a game he had. And even receiving, no drops from our receivers, tight ends, or running backs, as Jimbo Brown had 31 yards receiving as well. And Max Moriarty, could he be our Weapon X? He gets 2 touchdowns in this game. And on the defensive side, Ryan Marshall had himself a game. He had 10 tackles. Darius Terry had 6. Xavier Davis actually had 4 solo from the outside, but one guy I was impressed with was Brandon Jones. He doesn't even start, and he came in with 4 tackles, 1 sack, a tackle for loss, which that sack was. And Ian Hartman, what a game he had as well. The senior finally getting his chance to shine, and I like this win. I mean, we didn't get much pressure, but, you know, going up against a team that ran a lot of option, it was kind of tough to get sacks, but we did what we could. But I want to see this defensive line do a little better. I mean, Danny Armstead, he was kind of missing. I mean, I can't lie. He was kind of missing. He had a tackle along with Frederick Billups. I don't think he had any tackles in this game. So I want to see a little bit more from those two going forward, but I'm so proud of our defensive secondary. Man, Xavier Davis was locking up on the outside. Brandon Jones came in, and he showed no signs of being a freshman, making a lot of big plays. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, because this season is just getting started, and next episode, you don't want to miss it. You get to see the custom recruits, so stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.